Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Vision, where we talk about behind the scenes of SATUVISION. Join with me today, Galih, and along with me, Pak JM. And we're just gonna pick up where we left off last time, where we talked a lot of creativity, design world, and like. And yeah, I think we're just gonna dive straight into it. Yeah.
Yes, correct. The idea is to talk more about the path to graphic design.
So we have this series of questions that people who wants to join SATUVISION ask commonly. So we're gonna give each of our perspective, and then I think that's worth discussing. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm trying to think of cases where quantity is better than quality. I think in most cases, quality will always better than quantity, because yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think when someone apply, it's very important for us to know what the person is capable of. So if there is not enough, material in the portfolio, it's very difficult for us to judge the quality of the work. But also, we don't want to spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes just to watch all the different materials, and especially if they are similar. So I think it's good to display some quantity, but only quality design. So you need both. I guess.
Like a balance of both.
Yeah, correct.
That's interesting. What mistakes should designers avoid? I think it goes back to your point last time, having too much quantity, but like showing little quality. I guess the imbalance of each would result in a bad results. So
yeah, for me, the biggest mistakes that people can do as a graphic designer when they apply to a company is to display something that is not real, that has no connection with the job they applied. So, for example, they will show some product design if they apply to something else like social media, or they will show that they do billboards and everything. It's not connected to what they apply for. And I think also they should avoid to display some group work, only the job that they do by themselves, and not the job they were just a part of it.
Because we cannot also determine their contributions to the designs.
And also one thing one mistake that people do is they only showcase the job that they did in a previous job and not their personal one. And I think for us as an employer, it's more important for me to know the personality of the graphic designer and what he can do and what he likes to do, and not only what he did in a previous company.
Yeah, that's interesting, because we can only show our personality when we're not guided, when we're not have like this umbrella above of just we have ourselves to guide it and to show our personality and all. Yeah, that's interesting.
So for me, the best mistake is really that, like not showing what you can do and what you like to do.
Okay, next questions. So this is I have real life cases, and that's myself. Because I studied English literature, I have any background, any degrees in graphic designs professionally. That is, I taught myself graphic designs. I have experience to work in this organization back in the college days. That's where I started to design, but I have no real education of graphic designs. And here I am now, being a part of SATUVISION in the media team. And I am the content creator, where my daily does include graphic designs and then other things like video editing and all. So yeah, by my own cases, real results matters a lot more, because I have another point. Because having a degree doesn't guarantee you have the skills, like the knowledge and the skills. The knowledge maybe, but the skills needed.
Answer to this question, I think degree can be a good way for us to understand if the candidate already has minimum experience of the techniques and the tools that we expect him or her to manage.
Yeah.
But we will always choose someone with a better portfolio instead of someone with a better degree. So that's for sure. So if someone has no education in graphic design but can show us that he or she manage to do some very good creation, we will always choose the second one.
Yeah, because results just matters.
Yeah, and it's subjective sometimes. So degree is good, but degree will never replace the work. And you can just get your degree, and you will, maybe you were the worst student in the school, and you still get your degree. It doesn't mean that you are good at what you are doing. And you can have, maybe you don't have any degree, but you're very passionate and you're very committed and you love to learn and you try many things, and you will have, finally you will have more experience than the one who pursued a degree. So portfolio above degree for sure.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna blast through it. And next question, please. Okay. How about this time you answer first?
As an agency owner, I think clients are the one who pay us, so they expect quick results. They also expect us to do what is working, and they expect us to understand the brand. They expect us to understand the value, the mission, and everything. And our mission is to understand that and to provide something that is connected with the client expectation.
Yeah.
So I think it's very difficult to answer that. It's also, I think it depends on the deadline of the creation. If you have enough time to be creative and to test new idea and new techniques, then I think it's a good match. But most of the time we have the pressure from the clients, and we need to produce something very quick. So I think the business will always dictate the results. And perfection is the worst enemy, I think, of business, because if you try to always reach perfection, you will never end the business, because you will always find something that you can change and improve.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, in my case, this is one of the first things that I found I myself realized when I joined here in SATUVISION. When I do on like any creative work, I mostly focus on my creative freedom. Like I explore everything creatively. I try to make things that are perfect in the creative side of things, that I fail to consider the business side of things. Because sometimes, let's connect it to when creating contents for Instagram. I create this contents. It's very good, artistically, very good creatively, but it doesn't mean that it'll go well on Instagram. Yeah, so that's one of the interesting realizations that we have here. And I think balance. I guess balance again.
I would say balance, but business first.
Business first.
Because the creativity, you can do it with your own portfolio, the personal one. So you can explore, you can test different ideas and everything. And you can still introduce that to the clients and ask him if he or her, if she or he wants to do something. But I think at the end, we need to produce something.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about organization and process. I mean, if you have the right process, then you can manage deadlines. If you are unorganized, then it will be tricky to manage your time. So I think organization is the key.
Okay, this is something that I kind of struggle right now, because it's hard to be organized in a creative workplace, because sometimes I found myself like just from the generating ideas. Sometimes I either can get ideas like in an instant, or I have to scroll the entire Pinterest page for it. So it's there's this uncertainty that how long this task will gonna have me to do, how long this task will take me to do. So sometimes, but in the end, I will always try to limit myself. Oh, I'm doing this for very too long. I think I'm good with the the ideas that comes on my mind before, even if like it's not the most perfect one. I'm okay to go with that one. So yeah, I think it's kind of difficult to balance between deadlines and creativity. What do you think?
I think also now we have some tools that can help us to find ideas.
Yeah.
And maybe it's connected to the first question about degree and no degree, because, for example, colors, as they have meanings. Every color has meanings, and shapes and texture and fonts and everything. So if you understand the needs, you can still reduce the amount of choice that you have, and then you can find ideas using tools like AI or asking your colleague or and start doing something.
Yeah.
And then you can still improve, but at least you can have something that you can start with and continue. And then, okay, that's not the perfect job, but it matches the needs, and I want to express this, and it's okay.
It's okay, but it's not to my fulfillment of creativity, but it does the job. It will does the job.
That's the thing. I think as a agency, trends can be something very tricky, because trends doesn't mean. If you follow the algorithm on social media is really based on trends, so you need to follow trends in order to take the most from the algorithm.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you also need to be consistent with the brand, and we need to be consistent with the message. So you cannot always change. Trends are changing so fast, and based on social media, if you look at TikTok, Instagram, all the different social media that we use every day, the trends is different in every social media.
Yeah.
And it's different in different countries also. So if you have to follow the trends, you need first to choose one trend and then stick to it.
Yeah.
I will not follow the trends except for social media, but I will not sacrifice the brand image and the message just to pursue the trends.
I think sometimes trends can also be go hand in hand with proven solutions. So like when you follow the trends, it'll result in something good. But I think that's when a good idea to follow the trends, and because you can also we can also produce something like actually credible. But when trends it's tricky. Sometimes it's just unexplainable. Sometimes it's just like inconsistent.
Yeah, and I just want to add something. If you just follow trends, you cannot be creative. If you want to make something different, you cannot follow the trends. So if you need to be creative and you want to express something, you need to do something different.
Yeah.
And trends and difference is not the same. They're opposite sides. So if you want to do exactly the same as everyone, you follow the trends. But if you want to do something creative, then you go outside of the trend.
Are essentials, tools and skills. I'm more intrigued to answer the later questions, honestly, the AI things. I think we talked about this though.
I think designers today, they need to be curious. They need to look at the competition. They need to be creative. But most of everything, I think they need to be consistent in their work. And they need to follow, to express their personality. And that's the most important for me. And the tools they need to use, of course, we have Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva, Premiere, all the Adobe stuff.
Yeah.
And AI is also important, but I will not use too much AI because it can reduce the creativity, actually. And AI is good to make process faster. And I think teamwork is a very big part for the quality that we expect from someone in graphic design is to be able to understand the needs of the client, to work with the head of the department, the colleague, and also to be able to explain the job that he's doing.
Yeah.
And so that means to be something not only based on sensation and feelings, but also to put some brain juice in the work.
And no, I don't think we're gonna get replaced with AI very soon, but someday. But for now, no. We still have human soul, human creativity. That's like the core of designers. So yeah.
And yeah, for the AI, I have also another question. Another answer is that you cannot produce anything consistent with AI more than 5 seconds. I mean, if you want to make a movie or a short, like even a 15-second video, if you want to use exactly the same character, the same scene, the same lighting and everything, AI cannot do that yet. So we are far from being able to do something really cool and like 30-second video, except if you just mix a lot of very short video, like the ads from Adidas. They did a very good ads for sneakers using only AI. It's very good, it's very creative, but you can see that they changed the character, they changed the lighting, they changed the scene and everything because they cannot do something consistent. So we will be there for sure one day, but not yet.
Not yet. So nothing to worry about for now.
For now.
I think also this will be better from the owner's perspective, employer's perspective.
Yeah, actually, I think the difference between junior and senior is that the junior, we expect the junior to do something specific. So we ask the junior to execute something. And then the more experience he gets, we expect the graphic designer to give more idea and to give a feedback and to come with a new perspective and to be able to evaluate the job. Not only his job, but the job of others. And that's, for me, the one difference. And, of course, there is skills. There are the skills that people can develop during this time. When you start, you do not master everything. But after a few years, you are able to almost use and create everything.
I'm gonna relate this like so juniors is more specialized, specialist, and then
it must be specialized,
specialist, and then seniors is like generalists.
You're right in a sense, I think.
Okay. Well,
I have a very good example because we had one client. Some client they think that they know everything. And they think they know their brand, and that's for sure they know their brands, but they do not. Some of them, they pretend they know their client, and they believe that because they are running the business for years, they know everything. And we love numbers. I mean, at SATUVISION, we use numbers to analyze the work that we are doing and everything, and sometimes the numbers say exactly the opposite as the client. So the client is not always right. I mean, and we are not always right sometimes. We need to try something different. I have many examples of creation that we did for some client, and we were very proud of it because it was really well done and it was perfectly done. And then we use it, and we use a very random video that we take with the mobile phone without the proper lighting, the proper sound, and the results were better. Way better.
Okay.
We did way more sales with the second one than the first one. So it was a surprise for us, but that's how it is. The market is not something, graphic design is not something that you can say, I know everything and I will never be surprised again and everything. Yeah. So the client, it's tricky because they decide. So they are right in a way that they pay us and we must do what they expect, but they cannot say this one will work better than this one because at the end, the client decide. Not the client, our client, but the client of the client decide.
Oh. It is important. So, yeah, because especially when, like what I'm doing, I do a lot of contents for social media, contents for YouTube and all. So we, and here in SATUVISION, we base our work on data. So when we post something, we try to analyze the results, and if it works, then we do it again. Like we use the same formula. we use the same formula and then try to make something similar to that because we have already proven results. I think it's really important. I think this also goes hand in hand with the previous question where is it creative or business needs? Business needs in this case is like how efficient how works is that to the social media when it's implemented. So and when something is working, I still try to incorporate my own creativity as much as I can. But I'm keeping that formula first that already working. So it's very important.
I can say marketing is based on sales. So the purpose of marketing is to promote something, and the end result is sales or bookings or things like that. So we need to understand the needs of the clients, and that's mandatory for me. That's the difference between art and design. Art is based on feeling that you want people to feel. And design is how you create something for a specific use. So the use at the end is the purpose of the creation for design. So the difference between design and art is that design is based on a need, like marketing needs, commercial needs, whatever, and art is based on feelings and emotion.
Convey feelings, well, extra hours to perfect their designs. Sometimes to perfect isn't really necessary.
I have an argument for that. I think if you are looking to make your skills better, then you can still do something outside of the working hours. We do not expect the team to do extra hours at all. That's not something that we. We don't ask people to do that, but because work balance is very important. And as you mentioned before, creativity can sometimes start from anywhere. But if you have an idea for a specific task outside of working hour, it can happen. We just expect people to do the job during working hour. After that, it's just hobby and something. It doesn't have to be connected to work anymore.
I think that's my excuse also to not work hour. But I'm trying to keep my job, my creativity between the working hours when it's actually productive. But sometimes it happens during when you are non-working, and I try to just bring it up again during the working hours so it doesn't interrupt my work-life balance and all. So I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. And what do you think of our answers? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Put some comments down there below. Please like,
and
subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe. Yes.
Share, and everything. So I think we will see you on the next one. And we say, Sampai jumpa.